we will go to the W3 schools and see some basic tags about HTML in HTML. So this is the structure of HTML, right? It will start with the HTML start tag and then the end tag. Inside the HTML tags, you have a tag and you have the body tag. So head tag will have tags like title, meta, which contains the metadata. It will have link tag, script. All these information will be there in the head. Okay, kind of a header you can think of, and then the body tag will have the actual data. What is we are going to display, right? That will be there in the body tag. So this is a structure of HTML, and as we previously told, right? All that this complete thing is called an element, right? H1 is called a tag and this is the element. So this complete thing is the element. Element will have a tag name, the end tag, and then the content. It will be like this. Okay. So this is what is HTML element. And then you can also have nested HTML elements. So inside HTML element, you can have other HTML elements also. Okay. So this is the basic, and HTML attributes is used to have a specific behavior on the element. Okay, suppose a tag is used to define a hyperlink. So here the hyperlink will be visit W3 schools, and when you click it, the references href references this website. So when you click this, it will go to this website. You can try that and see. So here, if you see, you have an H2 tag, it is displayed like this. Since it's H2, it's a paragraph tag is displayed like this. Okay. Instead of H2, if I change to H1, it's going to display big. Okay, it's going to display big. So here, this visit W3 schools is the reference, right? When I click this, it's going to go to W3 schools. Okay, if I click it, it goes to the W3 schools website. Okay. So these are the different attributes for image tag. The source attributes will give you what image it has to use for this. So image. So this is the image you have to use, and the width and height of the image or other attributes for the image tag. This width, if you reduce right to 100, your photo is going to shrink like this. Height, if you reduce to 100, your height is going to come down like this. Okay, these things are called attributes, right? This width, the source, which is used to change the behavior of your elements, right? Those things are attributes. There are different attributes, okay, for different tags which you have to learn. So next we go to HTML tables. So if you want to display the data in a table format, how you can do in tables, right? So for that you have a table tag. Okay, this is start of the table, this is end of the table, and you have table row. In the table row, you can have table head or table data. Okay, so obviously in the table you have only one table head, right? Company, contact, and country, and the table data you can have multiple table datas. Okay, so to define a table row, you have to use this tr and for table head th. Okay, and the information will be like this. Okay, and for this table, right, we can also give the style for this table. Style is the this is kind of a CSS code which gives a style to your HTML elements. So for table head and table data, right? For table, all these things and table head, we are defining border as 1 pixel. Okay, solid black. Okay, suppose I make it 2 pixel. It makes 5 pixel. See how the border is increasing, right? So the border is made like this, right? Width is 100%. Suppose I want only 50% width. So this table will come 50% off of the page, right? So you can display using styles, you can display your elements accordingly. So this is the main thing about tables: table tag, table row, table head, and table data. An important style for the table is padding. Okay, padding is very important. Padding and spacing, right? Both are very important. Okay, let's understand what is padding and spacing here. Okay, so let's go into this. Okay, so here for table head and table data, right? For table head and table data, for this one, padding top is 10 pixel. Okay, this length, this part, right? This is 10 pixel. Padding bottom is 20 pixel. So that's why the bottom is little big here. Okay, so if I give padding bottom also is 10 pixel, this space and this space will be same, right? So now see, this both the spaces came same. So this is a space between your border and your actual content of the data. That is what is padding. Okay, this is the border, right? Okay, this is a border and this one. Okay, and all this meaning of different styles you will learn in CSS. Okay, so let's now focus on tags and elements in this HTML video. Okay, now here you see padding, right? Padding is the space between the cell edges. So this is the cell edges, right? This is the cell edges and the cell content. This hello is the cell content. The space between the cell content and the cell edges, that is what is padding. So whatever you give padding, right, that many pixels will be allowed between this. Okay, and spacing is the space between two cells, between hello, this hello and this hello. What is the space you are giving between this hello and the top? What is the space you are giving? That is the spacing. Okay, so spacing can be specified by giving border spacing uh, in our style. So for table, if I give 10 pixel, right, border spacing, before it is 30 pixel, if I give 10, all the space between cells, right, between every cell, between this cell and this cell, between this cell and this cell, it will be 10. Okay, so this is what is padding and spacing is an important concept to understand. Uh, Remember this, padding is the space between the content and the cell edge, right? And spacing is the space between cells. So next is the list. List we have unordered list. If you want to display the items in this list manner, right? Ordered list will give it will display the list in a numbered format, and unordered list will display that in bulletin format, in bullets format. Okay, and how to use list is, for unordered list you have to use UL tag. LI is the list item. Okay, if you display this, this will be displayed by dots like this, dot coffee, dot tea, like that. You can also give a try. So this will be listed like this by dots. Okay, if I put ordered list, this will display 1 2 3. Right, that is what is the difference between ordered and unordered list. Okay, ordered list you have to put OL. Okay, next is the description list, which you don't use often, which is DL, and then the data is displayed using DT tag. Okay, and some description about that, right? That's what is description list is given by the DD tag, and the display comes like this. So this is what we went through. This is a tag to define an unordered list. For the ordered list, this is a list item. This is to define a description list. This defines a term in a description list, and this is for the description to mention the description. Next is HTML form. So form is used to collect the input from the user, right? You can collect some information about your name, mobile number, all these things you need to collect in a website, which can be done using form element. So form element, right? It basically it is a container of different types of input elements. So inside the form element, you will have input elements, and in the input element you can have type as text to collect the text data, or you can have type as radio to collect button, radio button, or checkbox or submit button, or to display a button. This kind of input, these many input elements you can have inside a form. So form is a container of different types of input elements. Okay, so this is how a form looks like, right? So you have a form, and then you will have a label to display the name. Okay, if you go try this, right? Um, so label, you have some for attribute. You have first name, that's why it's getting displayed here. And then you have the actual. If you give an input of type text, right, this gets displayed, right? If the input type is radio, you get a radio button will get displayed. If the input type is checkbox will get displayed. Okay, based on that, you get a display accordingly. Okay, so now here the so if you see the for attribute, right? The reason for attribute is you have the okay, this for attribute as f name, the same ID is here, right? This is used to bind, this for attribute is used to bind the label and the input tag. So if I click this first name, right, this will get highlighted. Okay, instead of f name, if I put L name and run it, if I click that, that is getting highlighted. So this for is used to bind with your, bind the label and the input tag. Okay. As I told you, right, form is the container of many input elements with different types. So these are the different elements which can be in a form element. So form element can contain this set of elements. Okay. So what are the different input types? Okay, the input types can be a text, color, email, can be email file. So it can be submit, which will display a button. So these are the different input types available. Okay, and the input attributes, right? Input attributes, you can have ID, name, value. Okay, you also have a read-only attribute. Okay, where you cannot write, you can just read alone. Right, the value is already given as John. Right, you cannot write that. Okay, so these are the different attributes available for the input element. Actually, there's a form attribute. If you see this, right, the form container is here. Okay, and this label and input is not under any form element, but in this input tag I have mentioned form attribute as form 1. So this will refer to, this will be part of this form, the form with this array. So this is how you can link, even if you have input element outside the form, you can bind that to a existing form using the form attribute. So here, these are the different tag list available, different tags are available. Okay, the purpose, and you can go click it and you can see the details and see the dog type, all the different tags are available here. What are the tags, right? So you can click it and go there, and you can also have the different elements available. Okay, what are the different attributes, HTML attributes available, that's also you can see here. Okay, so knowing all this is, we are going to forget it, right? We cannot go and learn everything here. So just know this basics of HTML. Do the exercise. We'll be giving an exercise after HTML and CSS. Do the exercise. Learn needed things while doing the exercise. When you do something, when you want to do something, you don't know how to do, that time go and refer. That time go and refer double three schools on how to do. Right? That is a way to learn. When you do something you don't know how to do, that time you go and learn and do it. Okay, that's the best way to learn.